Welcome to this video. This is Genius Pro Online School. We have a very interesting question under Circle Theorem. The question reads, in the diagram below, ABCD is a circle with center O. Given that OAD is 42 degrees, I think you can see that, and OAD is 36. We are going to answer this question step by step. All right, so let's jump into the question. So it says calculate AOD, ABC, and ODB. So without even wasting much of the time, let's dive into the question itself. So you can see that this is the center. Because this is the center, what this means is that anything, any line moving away from there is a radius. Any line moving away from the center to the circumference is a radius. So keep that in mind. Even if I draw another line like this, it is still a radius. Is it making sense? All right. Number two, because this is a center, this means that this line is the diameter of this circle. However, meaning any line from the center joining another line, so any line from the circumference joining another line from the circumference like this, where they meet, they form a 90 degrees angle. Same thing applies to this distance and that distance where they meet, they are making a 90 degree angle. Let's keep that in mind before even I go to the question itself, because these are the properties or the theorems that are going to help us answer all these questions. Knowing that, okay, let's now proceed to the questions. A or D. A what? A or D. A is here, O is here, D, meaning we are looking for this angle there. How exactly do we find this angle? Here is the thing. Remember what I said, right? I said any line from the center going to the circumference is a radius, meaning that's a radius and that's radius. Meaning we are forming an isosceles triangle. We are forming an isosceles triangle where the distances are equal. Let me draw it properly. So meaning this is 42. If this is an isosceles, because this is the distance from the center and this also distance, meaning these two are equal. Meaning even the angles are equal. So even there it's 42. Keep that in mind about isosceles triangles. Now we know that angles in a triangle add up to 180. And this is the angle we are looking for. Let's call it X. Meaning adding everything here together, right? Adding everything together must give me 180. Meaning 42 plus 42, what do you get? 42 plus 42, I'm getting 84. So 84 plus X equal to 180. And X is just equal to 180 minus 84. Hence X is equal to 96 degrees. Or degrees. So X is just equal to 96 degrees. And you are done. So this is 96 degrees. Have you seen why I said we need first to interpret what the diagram is telling us? Don't just jump into circle theorem. It's called circle theorem because there are theorems that you need to remember for you to be able to answer that question properly. It's previous the tutor in this video. This is my number. Okay, let us revise together online. GCEs, grade 12s, grade 10, grade 11. WhatsApp me here. Very affordable prices. We have videos that are more than these actually. Just imagine how you're enjoying this video. Question 2, ABC. Where is ABC? ABC. I'm going to erase this. We already known that this is 42. This is 96. We know now, Tefio. Good. Now we're looking for ABC. ABC, meaning this is the angle. I think I mentioned to say the angle from the circumference, so the line from the circumference like that, joining another line from the circumference, as long as all of them, they are coming from the diameter. This is our diameter, remember. Where they meet here, they are forming a 90 degree angle. No need to waste time there. We move on and look at part 2, sorry. ODB. Which one is ODB? ODB. This one. Let's look at it. Is it easy or is it difficult for you? You can comment there. To answer this question, there are different ways that you can answer, but let me pick the easiest one so that you are able to understand this question properly. We are looking for the angle, this angle there. Keep in mind, we know what this angle is. But remember that this line is coming from the center all the way to the what? Circumference. Meaning, what if I draw the same type of line to join point B? Meaning, I'm now forming this type of triangle here. We are calling an isosceles triangle. Why am I calling it an isosceles triangle? It's the same scenario we had here. It's the same scenario we had here. We had an isosceles triangle. Why? Because we had two radii. Same here, we've got a radius and a radius. We have a radius and a radius. What does it mean about that? This is a radius, meaning these two are equal. Why? Because they're all coming from the center. Meaning the angle here is equal to the angle there. Meaning the only thing that I need to find here is this angle here, which I can easily find from the property that says the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. This is the angle at the circumference. Adding 42 and 36, so 42 degrees plus 36 degrees, I'm getting 8 degrees there, then I'm getting 78 degrees. So this is 78, which is the angle at the circumference. This angle is actually half of the at the center, but the angle at the center is 2 times that angle, meaning doubling that angle, I'm going to get angle BOD. So angle BOD is 2 times 78. If you multiply double 78, that is 16 remainder 1, 14, 15, we get 156. So this angle here is 156. Are we there, ka? Tapeza, right? Now remember that I said about an isosceles triangle. The angles at the bottom are equal, meaning this angle is equal to that angle because these distances from OB and OD are equal. Keep in mind, OD is equal to, so OB is equal to OD. Why? Because they are all coming from the center. They are all radii. Meaning this angle here and this angle are equal. Let's call this one angle X and also this one angle X because they're the same. Meaning we have X plus 156 degrees is equal to 180. Meaning we have 2x is equal to 180 degrees minus 156 degrees. And 2x is equal to 24 degrees. If I divide by 2, I divide by 2. I'm getting x as 12 degrees. Meaning you can now conclude and say angle ODB is equal to 12 degrees. That is how easy this question was. If you feel like there's another way of solving it, please drop it in the comment section. Otherwise, I always look for simplest ways of solving a problem by applying the concepts that are there in our syllabus. And I wish you lucky. Don't forget, this is my number. I can help you get the distinctions that you want. If you doubt me, that's the problem.